Hey, it's me, MLB. Here's chapter 42 of Heard You Like Me, and this one is titled In All the Rooms. And that's on period, Jiro said, and you burst out laughing, your hand still on her waist. Damn right it is, you sassy little diva, you replied, lifting one hand to do a click of your fingers. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to put out there is that Momo is all very new to this. The whole being gay thing, or openly gay, I should say. She's feeling things towards me, but she hasn't had a chance to let you sink in, if you get what I mean. She said, and I quote, "I'm very fond of her, but I just can't see myself kissing her." You said, "She likes you, I'm very sure, but at this stage, just not keen on going further." Jiro nodded. "Yeah, I kind of figured." She said, "I knew if she agreed to it, it'd be because of you, and I guess I'm okay with that for now." "You're so good about it," you said with a smile. "Not that I didn't think you wouldn't be. You're pretty chill." She nodded. "But can I have alone time with you tomorrow, shopping for the bed to go in my room?" she asked. Yeah, of course. I've been out shopping with Momo, so this time it's my turn with you. And then Sunday we'll all go out as a threesome, yeah? Get some food or something." You said. "Yeah, okay," Jiro said, relaxing into you a little. "Okay, cool," you said, glancing at her lips. "Do you mind if I, have a little..." Your fingers pressed into her side a little more, like you were trying to draw her into you a bit, and she shifted forwards towards you. "Yeah, that," you said invitingly, as her mouth came towards yours and your lips locked again. 30 minutes later, and with slightly kiss-swollen lips, you left Jiro's room and floated on cloud 9 back to yours, but as you passed Mina's door, she threw it open and stopped you. "Jeez, what an entry!" you gasped with a little surprise when she jump-scared you like that. "Hello, good evening, what can I do for you?" "You can tell me what the nickety-nackety flippity-floppity is going on," she replied playfully, grabbing your arm and dragging you into her room. "What have you clocked, O Queen of the Tea? What whispers have you heard on the wind?" you asked playfully as you stepped into her room and flopped down on her bed. "I ain't heard nothing, and that alone is suspicious," she said. "You guys all swapped bodies and nothing at all was said? I smelled tea. What happened? You're all very subdued afterwards. I couldn't know what's going on." You laughed and stretched your arms up above your head and then tucked them in under your head, your shirt riding up a little and showing off your V-lines and lower abs. Nothing gets by you, does it, Mina?" you asked with a cheeky grin. "Okay, well, let me just drop the bombshell then. I'll back up. But I'm in a throuple with Momo and Jiro," you said with a giant take-that grin on your face. Mina's jaw dropped as she stood there. "You're kidding," she said in an incredulous voice. "No joke. There is not a clown within 1,000 miles of the storm," you replied, still with grin on face. "Okay, girl, you need to back that damn thing up like a dump truck. Start at the beginning," she squealed, jumping onto the bed next to you. "Bro," you said with a giant big grin on your face before laughing like a crazy person. I am legit living the best life right now. Yeah, like no printer, all facts. I am the legend himself. I am goated." "How did this happen?" Mina asked incredulously. "Okay, so you know how we all swapped bodies today?" you asked her, finally rolling your head to the side to look at her. "Yeah," she asked. "Well, you were right that things were a little different afterwards because along with swapping bodies, we could all feel what the other person was feeling while we were in their bodies, so it really changed our perspective on things," you said, looking back up at the ceiling again. I bet," Mina said. "So who swapped with who?" "Well, first it was Momo and I that swapped, and then Jiro and Momo swapped, and let me tell you, that was low-key hilarious, but yeah, Jiro was the one who called for it," you said. "She felt how Momo felt towards me, and she said she couldn't bear it, so yeah, she was the one who was like, we should make this open." "Wow," Mina said. "I feel left out," she joked. "Look, baby, you're gonna have to take a number and wait. I'm a hot commodity around here," you skited. "Okay, but in all honesty, I'm so blessed. I shouldn't brag, but yeah, I'm just so lucky." You sat up and looked back at her on the bed. "I better get going though, my girl wants me back home at a decent hour," you joked. "It's been a huge day and I did not sleep at all last night, but I tell you what, the adrenaline has been amped today, so it hasn't been too bad. Maybe I need to sleep less often so stuff like this happens more often." Somehow I don't think that's how it works," Mina chuckled. "But yeah, you go. Sleep well and I'll see you tomorrow." "Yeah, I'll be around. I got a date with Jiro, but you'll still see me," you said as you walked to the door, and then said one more goodbye and then left and headed back to your room. You opened the door happily when you got there and stepped over to Momo to wrap your arms around her, accepting and returning her welcome hug back enthusiastically. Oh, I missed this, she said with slightly watery eyes. You don't have to miss it any more now, baby, you said, kissing her on the forehead. Shall we go to bed now, though? Yes, you need to, she said emphatically, letting you go and stepping back with one arm gesturing out towards the bed. You ready? You asked her, looking down her front and noting that she was in her sleeping gear. Oh, you are. I'm the one running behind. You chuckled to yourself before walking over to your drawers and pulling them open to get your PJs out. Oh, man, what a day, you said as you chucked your shirt off and pulled your pyjama top on and then switched pants. I'm so bloody tired, but it's so damn noisy. Oh, God, people think the weirdest things when they're dreaming, you added, turning around to hop into bed with Momo. You looked at her as she got into bed and noted that she had a rather interesting look on her face. What's that look for? You asked her as you slid into the bed beside her. Nothing, she replied, still watching you. You want to cuddle? You asked her. Yes, I do, she said quickly, and you chuckled and reached an arm out to pull her close into your side. Yeah, it's been a while since we cuddled like this, you commented as she snuggled into your side. Last time I remember was when we were in summer camp before junior school ended. Remember that one? And it was so hot you made paper fans for us, but you said you were scared of the noises outside the tent, so you wanted to be right next to me. So I was having to wave the fan at 1,000,000 miles an hour to keep us cool so you could still snuggle. She giggled and looked up at you. Yes, I do remember that. And I was scared, she said. There could have been bears. Well, I would have fought the bears barehanded, you said, and she giggled again. I believe you, she said, snuggling into your side more. You looked down at her and she looked up. You're so cute, you know that? You asked her. Her eyes softened and she looked at your lips, and that's all you needed from her before bending your head down and pressing your lips to hers. You kissed maybe once or twice before she sat up and clapped her hands and the light switched off, and then you felt her legs slip between yours and she lay back down again. Oh, you hummed, your hands now on her sides, smoothing over the top of her pyjamas as you pulled her into you, your lips locking again as she relaxed into this new level of closeness with you. And that's how you two remained for the next half hour, just enjoying each other in the quiet of the room until your eyelids grew heavy and sleep overtook you both and you fell asleep with her half on top of you and your arm wrapped around her waist. Oh, cute. Now, that ends the 3 chapters for Heard You Like Me for this week. Stay tuned for Shattered Image tomorrow. I will see you all then.